the coastal region of Kenya is prominent for the best tourism attractions, both local and international. When you think of the coast, you think of its sandy beaches, its historical sites, and its rich culture, not to forget the fun activities that leave one spoilt for choice. And due to these attractions, development has become a key factor where roads have been built, employment opportunities have been created, and there's adequate electric and water supply. We all have different destinations to tour at the coast. Ours was specifically Kilifi town, a town 56 kilometers from Mombasa with a population of 122,899 people. It's known for its beach, Mnarani ruin, and the prestigious Pwani universities, and all these factors has made the town a hotbed for both tourism and development. But as you drive to Ganze town, a town in Kilifi County, our expectations were shattered. Here, there's no sign of development. It's even clear from the roads that we were using. There seems to be no life or existence. Houses can be spotted from afar. Most rivers have dried up. Clearly, there's a problem. Is there really life here? And if there is, how do people live here? We decided to visit one family and spend a day with them so as to understand what they really go through in their daily activities. We met Richan's family, a member of the Ezamoyo community.
Nimeanza kujenga kufika hapa, uko mbele mawe yakatatiza na mchanga ikawa pesa pia imekwisha.
And despite all the harsh conditions they are facing, they were very hospitable and they agreed that we spend a day with them.
There are people who are always willing to work with government officials.
Every new day is full of uncertainty as they live with fear of the unknown. There is no form of any morning activities taking place. The land is bare, and what used to be their source of water has dried up.
Through the CDF funds, through the NGOs, the government has assisted us in some projects like water. It has built some schools.
Rishan, the mother of 8, prefers to do house chores while some of her children prepare for school. There's no breakfast for them due to the misery they live in. They then take their shower in this sisal-thatched bathroom, and when they are done, they leave for school. While others go to school, other children will be left home to help with the house chores. Rishan says she's not able to pay for their school fees since they have no means of livelihood.
There are problems which have existed for a very long time. The problem of education, just because of lack of school fees. And majority of the people around are not educated. They cannot get recognized jobs.
Rishan will then help her husband to try and fix the roof of their room that had been broken by the wind.
Kaona hii nyumba nyingine ilikuwa hapa, tukapomoa ile makuti, tukafunga kule, ikawa sisi tubaki kule, watoto wabaki hapa.
They say they feel like they are secluded when it comes to development.
See, where there is a hunger, people cannot do much in development. That is a very big problem at Ganze.
Rishan then tidies up her home, and later they leave for the farm with her husband to see what they can find to eat for dinner. There is not so much to do here because their crops have dried up, but there is still hope that one day the rain will come.
The funds that we are getting is very little, and as well we have ever been receiving unreliable rainfalls. Our people around depend on farming and livestock keeping. The animals were left roaming about, so they destroyed everything, so that even you cannot get even cassava cuttings at the moment. The cashew nuts, the coconut trees also dried out. What remains is just the patches of the forests, which are also being endangered at this time because people depend on them for livelihood.
Back in school, Rishan's children have not entered the school yet. They are hanging around the gate waiting for the lunchtime bell. When we enter the school, we find other peoples outside with their plates waiting for lunch too.
If you are hungry and your people have to go to school, they cannot perform well.
They see their school as a refuge of food and water that they cannot get at home.
This has contributed much in school dropouts or shortage of food, which results in malnutrition, some of the young children and the elderly.
Their main aim for coming to school is for food and not learning. Most of them are barefooted and jiggers inflicted. We were informed that they acquire jiggers from their homes and treating them is difficult because the nearest health center is miles away. When it is time for lunch, they assemble immediately to get their share of food. Once they are done with eating, they leave to their respective homes. It is almost sunset. We decided to leave for Rishan's home. We found her preparing dinner for her children. She says they only have one meal per day.
Napika haya mahindi, nimekosa unga ya kupika. Hata nimefanya kuwapikia au jao watoto. Sasa mimi ndo nimeona afadhali tupike haya mahindi tutafune. Sababu hata familia yenyewe tuko watu 10.
Some of the myths about the community, they were saying that family planning may end up causing deformities to the baby. Then religion, more so maybe Islamic region, they do believe they cannot use the family planning.
The problem at Ganze is unwanted pregnancies. The girls get discouraged because if the parents can't meet their needs, they simply misbehave with people who have ill motives.
Ukishapata mtu wa community kabisa, huyo ndio atachannel vizuri, then ata health educate. Kuna kitu inaitwa community health volunteers, wenye huwa wana volunteer to the community level. Wakisha volunteer to the community level, hao ndio wata convince hao watu na kuleta.
When they are done with eating, at 6 p.m. they will go to bed since there is nothing else left to do but hope for a better tomorrow.